Speaking about school lunches, from the research I did on that, pizza is listed as a vegetable in the school lunch program. And that's crazy. So, and there's no limit to how much fried food they can give your kid in that program. Like, they could give them French fries and fried chicken every day if they wanted to. So again, just because it's free, you gotta ask, why is it free? You know what I mean? So again, not trying to tell people what to think, but trying to get you to think about the things that you're ingesting and the impact that it has on your physical and your mental being. So I remember a few years ago, this is really before I made the change to stop eating, certain foods and whatnot. And I was driving at night. It was like 2 o'clock in the morning. I was coming home and I was hungry. So I was like, you know what? I passed by McDonald's. I got a cheeseburger or something. Now, I hadn't had McDonald's in a while, but I was still eating it, right? So I got the cheeseburger, I ate it. And as I'm driving home, like all of a sudden, a lot of negative thoughts started to come up. And I started to think about things, and I started stressing, and I started worrying about certain things. And like I said, I hadn't eaten it for a while. So then I just sort of caught myself like, holy shit, all this negativity, worry, like, where did that come from? And then, later on I found out about, the food, particularly fast food and meat, when we ingest that, how that affects our body. And like you said, the parasites on your nervous system. So, talk a little bit about the type of meat and the chemicals and whatnot they put in it to preserve it.
Got it. So what happened to you is that you can't lie to your body.
Mm-hmm.
So you thought you were putting something in there just to hold you off, but in reality, your gut reacted against you. You said, I don't want this. You haven't had this in a while, and then it gave you a bad reaction.
Right.
So you're pretty much now allergic to that stuff.
Well, that's good to
but
know.
If you think about it, and I like to talk about foods,
Right.
because how are they composed? You go to McDonald's, like you said, cheeseburger. You have the bottom of the barrel flour. It has to be cheap. They can sell it to you for $1. It's all sugar. They take out all the nutrients from this bread. Then you're thinking about the cow from the cheeseburger. So what they do is they grind this cow, hair, gut, poop, everything. Put it in this machine, and they grind a whole bunch of them, and they put it in this big washing machine with ammonia. Ammonia is coming to your children, right? And maybe it gets out 75% of the feces and everything that's in there. It's still inside of that burger.
Right.
Then you have cheese, which comes from 500 different cows, right? So how do they make cheese and milk? They put it in this big microwave, all these milks, and you're left over with casein. Casein is glue-like. You can actually glue stuff with casein. And so this stuff sticks to your lungs, it sticks to your intestinals, and it flows in your blood. And that's why you get acne, you get all of this stuff coming out. So now you have this cheese, and that's your burger. Not only that, you order some fries. These fries you can make home with 3 ingredients, which is your oil, your salt, and your fries.
Right.
McDonald's needs 19 ingredients to make your fries. That means they're embalming them with stuff, right? And then, so now you have no nutrition going on there, but then they give you a big, supersized, large drink.
Right.
That's all composed of sugar and salt.
Right.
So you haven't had any value in what you had. You haven't had any carbon. Your body's 20% carbon and 80% water. Where is it? How can you replenish yourselves? So you have to think about consuming carbon. What does carbon compose of? You're only going to find in the green plants and in the purple plants, right? And that stuff actually has iron in it, and the iron composition brings actually oxygen to the brain, right? And the water, actually, like I said, only 4 ounces go into your bloodstream, but you need to replenish that water. You are composed of this water.
Right.
So what you're putting is these chemicals that are actually gonna decrease who you are, and that's the reaction that you had. But there's no value in the foods that they have, that they're designed for us. They don't belong to us. We don't need to consume them.
So just imagine.
But they get you addicted to them. That's
Yeah,
the
I
thing.
was just about to say, imagine the people who consume this every day
Yes.
and how it's affecting them mentally and physically. I knew people who would eat McDonald's every day, or they eat Chinese food every day, chicken wings and French fries, and that's dinner. You know what I'm saying? So, that definitely is going to have a long-term negative effect on